Welcome back to the channel, Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're looking ahead to 2023 Warhammer 40,000. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. As 2022 comes to an end, we're seeing a lot of previews for 2023, little recap of what we've already seen, and then a couple previews of what's to come as well. The last few months have been huge for Warhammer 40,000 reveals. Bastor the Archfane leers menacingly over the future of the 41st millennia. Grandmaster Azrael of the Dark Angels is returning to the fray, and the Arks of Omen series promises an epic, galaxy-spanning narrative. What else could there possibly be to show? Guess we will find out. So here we have that Warhammer 40,000 9th edition trailer. Very, very cool animation by Games Workshop. Alright, so we have a bunch of the new World Eaters. Very, very cool. The Juggernauts, the Jackals, Angron, all looking awesome. Bastor himself, very, very cool. Sort of the first of the Dark Mechanicum, technically a demon, but I have a feeling that's the route they're going. Azrael of the Dark Angels. Little Astra Militarum. A bunch of new units we haven't seen yet. Haven't seen released yet, I should say. Some of them already shown off and available in the Kedia Stands box. This guy looks Dark Eldar with a bird. That guy looked like a guard with a shield. We'll go back through and take a look at these as well. Definitely getting some AdMech vibes from some of this stuff here. Alright, so this is definitely a Dark Eldar or Drukhari model. We can tell not only by the weapon, the helmet, overall silhouette. This one has a bird as well. This reminds me a lot of the Corsair with the bird. So maybe this is going to be part of a multi-part kit for Kill Team as well. Or possibly this is just going to be a new character for Drukhari. I'm not really sure, to tell you the truth. Not sure about the lore specifically. If there's anybody that runs around with a little bird buddy. But definitely reminiscent of the recent Kill Team for the Corsairs. And definitely a Dark Eldar Drukhari model. Alright, and then this one is a little bit tough. So we see it's clearly somebody holding a shield in their, what looks like left hand. They appear to be fairly heavily armored, but not Space Marine armored. So this actually makes me think it is... Man, we just got so much stuff for Astra Militarum. I'm just not sure we're going to get anything else for them that we haven't already seen, at least anytime soon. But this sort of has more of like a human-esque size. The helmet also looks nothing like a Space Marine helmet. So this definitely appears to be... Now maybe it's chaos. We see like the little kind of like pieces sticking up right here, as we're looking more of like a frontal shot right there. So maybe this is going to be something a little more down the lines of like Trader Guard or something like that. We don't see a bunch of spikes, but maybe they chose a model that was a little less spiky. We know this is for Warhammer 40,000 specifically too. So I'm not sure who's missing a unit like this, honestly. Very interesting, very cool model, definitely intriguing. I'm not sure who needs like a Storm Shield type equivalent model, or who would be getting it. It definitely appears to be more of like a human-esque type model. It could definitely be something for Chaos or Trader Guard or something like that if they potentially expand the range. But it appears to be a human with a shield. Alright, this one is a little tough to tell. So the truth is on this one, initially the weapons make me think of Chaos, but then when we really zoom out and look at what's going on here, look at these legs down here. They are tiny and stubby, and the torso is massive, and he appears to be wearing a backpack. So all those things being stated, honestly, I think I can give a pretty good guess on this one. This is going to be Orc Boss Snickrot, who is essentially a HQ for like commando-esque armies. He's got everything you would expect, including, you know, obviously orc posture, a couple of silent knives, and then the backpack as well. So this to me, it looks like Snickrot, the orc commando. Also just took a quick second and went over to Games Workshop's website, and the model is no longer available. So that tells me there's a very, very high probability this is a new plastic orc synchrat. That's my guess, and I'm sticking to it. This thing is very, very interesting. So it gives me, right off the bat, sort of Mechanicus vibes. It has kind of the Mechanicus legs and everything going on there. I can't quite tell exactly what's going on, but it appears to have some sort of bladed weapon, like a big sword or something like that, with maybe a little streamer hanging off the back of it, and some kind of other like streamers kind of coming off of it. Maybe this is some plant life. I can't quite tell. But this appears to be some sort of two-legged, sort of like sentinel-looking construct. And then either, if it's Mechanicus, there's probably like half a dude like grafted into this thing. And it's some sort of like battle suit or something like that. I could be completely wrong on this one, but something about the legs gives me either the Mechanicus look or potentially even Tau. It kind of has like Tau leg vibes going on to it as well. So I suppose either one of those is a possibility. The idea of the big sword right here makes me think that it's less likely going to be Tau and more likely to be something like Admech. Potentially even Dark Admech. I'm not sure how far out or even realistic that range is. I would imagine Vashtor will come out. And if they're going to go the Dark Mechanicum route with him, shortly afterwards, there'll be at least like some kind of like troops or some other units to go along with him. Not sure if that's even possible, probable, or in the cards at all, but just speculation. This thing looks pretty cool. Whatever it is, not sure exactly. Appears to be some sort of like sentinel or like chicken walker type thing. Potentially a battle suit type model for Admech. That's my guess at least. And then this right away gives me like super Admech vibes. This definitely reminds me of Adeptus Mechanicus. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with the gun there, but it appears that he has like his elbow dug in and the gun kind of pointed up. Some sort of targeting device on his back. Ooh, wait. Am I completely wrong about this one? Oh, this is a Space Marine. This is definitely a Space Marine. That's a Space Marine backpack right there. That is a Space Marine head and neck right there. And these are Space Marine legs. This is a Space Marine. For some reason, initially, this definitely looked like Admech to me, but the truth is, this is a Space Marine. So what is this? Is this some kind of like Devastator Marine for Primaris? Like big gun? Yeah, so for whatever reason, initially, the silhouette of this was like Admech for sure. But the truth is, when you look at this, especially at this angle right here, this is clearly a Space Marine. You can really, really tell by the backpack. This kind of throws it off. This like little targeting type deal up here. But that is a silhouette of a Space Marine head and body kind of turned to the side. So whatever this gun is right here, whatever is going on with this guy, this appears to be some kind of Primaris heavy weapon trooper. Now, is this going to be the beginning of a Primaris heavy weapon squad? Or is this some kind of special character? I think probably heavy weapon squad. But I mean, truthfully, it's no secret. The three biggest things that Space Marines are missing, at least in my opinion, are a Primaris dedicated heavy weapon unit. Hellblasters are cool, but it's not really, they don't really serve the purpose. Heavy infantry or light vehicle slayers, not like heavy vehicle slayers. So we need a heavy support, heavy weapon, heavy support, heavy weapon infantry selection for Space Marines. We need a jump assault unit, some kind of like combat unit that can take heavy weapons, but also has jump packs for Space Marines. And then they also need like the equivalents of Terminators. Now, Gravis Armor already kind of has some Terminator properties, but they're just not there. And I'm not sure Games Workshop is ready to just like swear off Terminators altogether without replacing them with something equally or more cool. So I think it's more like we see like the evolution of the Terminator into Primaris. But that's my guess. That's the three things we need. So is it likely that we're about to get one of those three things? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Initially, this looks AdMac to me, but I'm pretty confident it's Space Marine now. So that's my guesses on these things. You can let me know what you think. We'll go through the rest of the article. And now a quick message from this week's sponsor. This video is sponsored by CMOgames.com, where you can get 15% off most Games Workshop pre-orders, and they go live right at midnight Saturday mornings. CMOgames.com offers free shipping on orders over $25 in the US 48, and most orders ship within 24 hours. CMOgames.com has been selling Games Workshop products online for more than 20 years, and customer service is their top priority. CMOgames.com carries the full line of Games Workshop products, including 40K, Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, Warcry, paints, hobbies, and tools. Visit CMOgames.com using the affiliate link in the description below so they know you heard about CMOgames.com from Warhammer Man Studios. Now, back to the video. For starters, there are two eagerly awaiting codexes bearing down on us. The World Eaters become a standalone army in early 2023. Led by the Demon Primarch Angron and everyone's favorite backstabbing rage machine Karn, these Crimson Killers are primed and ready to take to the tabletop by storm. So we know World Eaters are coming. Astra Militarum, we already have the special book out and everything. The rest of the range and the actual book will be out shortly as well. In the face of such reckless bloodshed, the Astra Militarum stand firm and bring awesome new units to the battlefield. Rogaldorn battle tanks, field ordnance batteries, and Lord Solar Leontis are just a few of the newcomers. And there's seldom been a better time to stand in the ranks of the Guard. With the war for the Imperium Nihilus escalating, even the Imperial's finest will need reinforcements, and the reinforcements they shall get. Garbled picked captures from the Tarmoth system have caught glimpses of figures hefting what look pretty huge weapons. If only we had a clearer picture, perhaps coming at a major event in the near future. Okay, so very important, they say, even the Imperium's finest, obviously talking about Space Marines needing reinforcements, and they talk about the big gun. So very clearly a big support character or unit for Primaris. Very, very cool. Can't wait to see what that is. A look ahead at the Arcs of Omen series revealed a fourth book lurking beyond the shadows, its details shrouded by a decree of the Order Xenos. What dreadful alien threat could cause such drastic action to be taken so far beyond the Imperium's sight? Probably some Dark Mechanicus, if I had to guess. So if this is Xenos, I still think it looks Mechanicus in nature. But obviously, if it's Xenos, it would have to be like Dark Mechanicus or potentially a Tau combat unit. Again, just based on the kind of like leg and style of it. Maybe it is a Tau combat unit. That would be pretty freaking cool. Let me know what you think, as always. Let me know what you guys think, as always, because I may be missing something. Speaking of Space Hulk, Kill Team, now that the Shadow Vaults have been cracked wide open, it's time to speculate about Soul Shackle, the mysterious next expansion set. We know quite a few factions who'd love to get their hands on some tasty mortal souls, but how many of them have experienced fighting in the bowels of the Space Hulk? Okay, so it's pretty clear here. They're saying Drukhari is going to be in Soul Shackle, the new expansion for Kill Team, the next one coming out. So that definitely makes me think that this is sort of like a, the bird version, the Scouter. We saw this already with the Corsairs. And then also with the Krut as well. So it seems very likely this is going to be the equivalent for Dark Eldar. We don't know who they're going to be facing off with yet. But I would count on Drukhari being in the next Kill Team set. Sign up for the newsletter for a regular bulletin of all of the Warhammer news. Alright, so very, very cool. A bunch of new models. You guys have my guesses, my speculations. Obviously, you saw it evolve in real time. Let me know what you guys think down below. Always like to hear back from you. Always like to hear your opinions and what you're most looking forward to. Am I completely off on any of these? Did you pick up on something that I didn't? Please let me know down below. I really appreciate it. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. But that's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I am excited for 2023 in Warhammer 40,000 and Kill Team, and pretty much just in general. And I'm out of here.